All right, welcome to the first video in the cat dissection series. So the first thing we have to do is get the cat out of the bag. And this is a job that's typically a two-person job. Just a reminder that you might hear some other people as we go because we're doing this with the Zoom. And here comes Tori Bennett. So as we get into this video, you guys will be a part of it. So right now I've got Lucas and Tori on the meeting. Hi, Tori.
Hello.
All right, so I've started recording the video, so you guys will be part of it, and I'm getting ready to cut the cat bag open. We'll be part of that. And as I've said to Lucas and anybody that comes in and out as you want to, I'm going to go through some stuff. I'll try to show you guys on the camera here as we do this. Obviously, I can't do both cameras at once. I'm not that talented. So Tori, just imagine I've got up to the front of the room here, I've got the class set up where I'm all the way up against my computer and TV here. So, all right, so I'm going to cut the cat bag open. So with that, like I said, I'm going to do a both show those at home, if you will, and the thing. So here's our kitty cat. Okay, so there is at the top is a seam that I'm going to look for, and I'm going to cut just below the seam on here and keep the fluid inside. So those of you that are going to watch this video later, you get a nice view of the lower portion of the cat as I hold this bag up and keep it from falling in. And I'm going to shut up because I don't want the liquid in my face. I've said this is only a two-person job. All right, you cut as close to the seam as you can to preserve as much of the bag as you can. Okay, so now we have a cut into the bag. Okay, and with that, what we need to do then is we are going to open up the bag and grab the cat by the head, and we're going to drag kitty cat out. As you drag the kitty cat out, the thing I would have told you is watch the tail. And that's the important part of the second person, is to watch the tail. Because the tail is going to be that last thing as I knock off every dissection utensil I have. The cat's tail is going to hold a lot of preservative in it as we get the kitty cat out of the bag. And we don't want to lose the fluid. The other thing is not to just let the bag flop on the ground, because or flip up and hit fluid into your mouth. So I'm going to set the bag off to the side. Here, actually, in this class, I'm going to set it off in my trash can. And then I'll pick up my dissection tools that I knocked off. All right, and again, I use regular scissors for that. I didn't use dissection scissors to cut the bag open because that will take them and make them not as sharp. So again, here's our kitty cat who's going to need a name. Very, very wet. Okay, very, very wet. So with our dissection tray, we have edges that will allow the fluid to stay in. On the cat, what you'll see is that the cat has, move my tools, hold on a second. The cat has a cut in the neck, okay, and in the thigh. Okay, on this side, where the company cut into carotid and jugular artery veins, if you will, and then the femoral artery veins to inject the latex. And you can see that the cat has pink stripes and blue stripes on it just to show that they have done both. So what we want to do, and I have my dissection copy, is we are going to look at the dissection lab. Okay, there's a cute little kitty picture in here. But when we do this, what we want to do is we want to cut that kind of pattern. Okay, focus this kind of pattern on the cat's body. Okay, so with that, what we're going to want to do is use the incisions places that are already there, and we're going to cut the fur and skin from the muscle tissue, and we're going to cut in places that allow, lift it up, and we're going to use a blunt probe and a scalpel and scissors to be able to lift up the skin tissue, move it out of the way to be able to get there. We typically want to try and start at the neck, but the problem is sometimes the neck's not a good place. The thigh might be better. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut down the cat's center, okay, on the abdominal and thoracic sections, okay, so along the ventral surface of the cat, okay. We're going to cut along that, and we're going to fold the skin out of the way and really make what would be a cape or coat for the cat, because we want to be able to preserve the skin. When we do so, we are going to cut around the paws and around the anus and the head. We don't want to cut the anus and pull on it, because if there's any fecal material in the large intestine of the cat, it's going to come out. Same thing, we don't, the head and stuff, we want to just leave those, so we've got it. In a perfect world, we create little tubes around the paws, almost like a jacket to slip on. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that on my own here today, but we'll see. So a large portion of this now is going to be super unexciting, because it's going to be me cutting on the cat and trying to get through there. And then, like I said, as we're going along, there'll be plenty of bad dad jokes as we go. And then, like I said, at the moment, Tori and Lucas are here. And if you guys have any questions, I know that with my setup, one camera short, can't see as well as I'd like you to be able to see right now. Maybe that's something I could see if I can fix here in a second and give you guys a view. The problem is I wouldn't be able to control the stream. So give me a second here. We're going to get to that. Okay, so the cat's out of the bag, and we're going to stop the recording video now, and then we'll go to actual skinning technique.